They call it social distancing, but we socialize by swipe and scroll. The virus can separate us physically, but our feeds still fill the soul. Today, the CDC now recommending that we wear masks on our face. With our bodies separated and mouths covered, we still have a connected space. Social media links us locally where in some cases we can still lend a hand. Tonight we talk about social media communication for the health of your small business brand. Okay, welcome back to the Coronavirus in Kansas Small Business Survival video series. Tonight our guest is Sheila Ellis-Glasper. She is a social media entrepreneur in Manhattan, Kansas. Sheila, how are you?
I'm doing good. How about you, Matt?
Just trying to survive here. We were chatting briefly before the video conference here, chatting briefly about juggling life and family and work here with the new norm, but I really appreciate you making time for me tonight and to get a glimpse on what's going on in your end of the world. So first question is normally, what is your business under normal circumstances?
Yeah, well, also thank you for inviting me to be a guest on your show. I think that this is an awesome thing for you to be doing right now with everything that's going on. And we can, us business owners, entrepreneurs, aspiring entrepreneurs, we can learn from each other through all of this. As far as our business, what we do on normal times, we're actually still kind of doing the same thing. Everything we do is mostly digital. We are a social media marketing agency, and so we do a lot of social media management, content creation when it comes to photography, video, graphics. And we also help our clients to strengthen their brand through, of course, branding, brand identity. And we also do public relations and web development as well. So we do our best to serve our clients comprehensively to help them with their branding and marketing. We are located or based in Manhattan. However, we have served clientele here in Manhattan, of course, in Topeka and Kansas City. And we have clientele that reach outside of the Kansas borders as well. And so we serve clients in the hospitality arena. We have health providers like chiropractors, orthodontist. We have a coffee shop and coffee roaster client as well, child development center, just all kinds of different types of clients in different types of industries, a family fun center. And so we have a lot of fun clients, and it's really a joy to work with all of them.
So important for everyone watching, if you need a social media marketing agency, especially now, consider what Sheila is saying and consider Sheila and her agency as well, because I'm assuming you can work remotely even with a new client, right?
Yeah, we're actually in the process of onboarding a new client, actually. And so that client is actually in Minneapolis, and it's an e-commerce based company. And so shout out to xlfeet.com. And so we're in the process of onboarding them. And so, yes, everything we're doing is digital. We work with people remotely as well. We've always had remote folks on our team as well as our core team here locally. So we've always really worked on making our business as lean as we could. Just because the nature of our business is digital, we're coming up on 4 years. Actually, this month, it's April. I can't believe it's April already. So we are 4 years old this month. And so we definitely, when I first started out, I would just had a laptop and internet and was working out of a spare bedroom in our home. And so, you know what I'm saying? We've always tried to operate as lean as we could. So there wasn't a whole lot that has changed yet. this wasn't really that big of a shift for us, but more so helping our clientele, who are, some of them are brick and mortar, helping them learn how to navigate. As a matter of fact, I just had one of our clients, she owns Midwest Barber College in Topeka. She was here at our office in our conference room yesterday, and we were working on Zoom, how to utilize Zoom and some task management tools that are digital so that she can, keep her business going during this time. So that's kind of how we've pivoted, is we're helping some of our clients in those areas that they need help with.
Well, congratulations on 4 years. That's a great accomplishment.
Thank you.
And I can relate to the lean operation. I'm actually very thankful that I don't have an office and that I don't have that additional rent that I need to pay right now as a business owner, because really I scale up a video production as per the client's needs, and we do field production work. So while it's always kind of been a dream of mine to have an office and have a studio, that's really not the core of what we do as a field production company. So everything you just said just kind of really, really hit home with me. So I wanted to ask Sheila, on the social media end, what for lack of a better term, what horror stories have you seen? What mistakes are you seeing people make, brands make on social media right now? Or on the flip side, what success stories would you like to point to, case studies that you're seeing here in real time that people can learn from?
Yeah, I would say definitely one of the bigger mistakes I'm seeing is just people that are kind of tone deaf, especially when it comes to social media. People, will hire agencies that maybe are not local, and they don't have a pulse on what's going on locally. And so the post could come across a little bit as tone deaf. When this happened, one of the very first things we did as a social media agency is we paused all the content that we had scheduled in, because it might not have been, so appropriate, or it might have needed some fine tuning or tweaking so that it'd be more relevant and still kind of address what we're going through right now. But not to actually not post content at all, because that's another mistake I'm seeing, is that businesses are, maybe they're thinking, I don't know what to post during this time, so maybe I'm just not going to post anything at all. Or they're so busy or so stressed or overwhelmed in everything that's going on, so they're just not posting anything at all. So that's not a good thing either, because you want to stay top of mind, brand awareness right now, especially if you're still able to sell, and your business is still open and there's still something that you can offer. Even if you're closed right now, now's a great time to build your email list. Now's a great time to run some opt-ins and some lead ads, and try to grow your email list and grow your subscriber list. And so I would say those are two big things. And I would also say impersonal content. And so just very generic content, not very localized to what's going on, like a lot of graphics versus like actually showing real people. One type of content that's been successful for us during this time with our clients is actually video. And so just doing like a selfie video for some of our clients on just addressing what's going on, saying, hey, we're here for you. We're here to serve your needs, giving valuable information, much like what you're doing, Matt, with your series. And so just being able to show up on social media is important right now, even if it looks a little messy right now. Like, even if, you've got a million things going on, we're all dealing with, our kiddos being home, schools are closed. So we're having, all of us are homeschooling our kids, but hey, it's okay. We had a client that we did a video with them, and they actually had their kids were kind of running around in the background, and one of them like hopped up and wanted to be picked up during the video, and we just kept going with it because she was able to say, hey, I'm going through this right with you guys. We're going through this together. And so I think just having video and letting it be authentic right now, that's what people want, and they can see that you're like you're a real person. You're not just a logo. That was our client, Widgets Family Fun. And they're it's actually funny. They're twins, and so the owners are twins, and their children were there at the Family Fun Center as they are working on their business now, since they can't necessarily work in the business because, of course, the coronavirus and everything. They were one of the first businesses around here that had to close. So yeah, that was cool to see, because it's real. Like, you're doing life with your followers. You're not just, it's a two-way street. And so they got a lot of nice feedback and comments from people saying, we can't wait for you guys to open back up. All this was great to see you guys. They were able to express how much they miss everybody and assure people, hey, we are going to reopen. Let people know how they can support, which was by purchasing gift cards. So that's one of the big things as well right now, is if you had to close, purchasing gift cards. And here locally in Manhattan, they've actually started a campaign called MHK Together, where people can buy gift cards online, and then the Greater Manhattan Community Fund, they will actually match those dollars to go towards groceries for families that are in need. So I've seen a lot of businesses in the community coming together during this as well, which is really good. It's a really nice time to, show some community solidarity and show that through social media. Even if it's just going to dine out, it's like Takeout Tuesday. This is a local business that we're going to support tonight for dinner. Who are you, how are you supporting local businesses? So like, even content like that is very valuable right now. Yeah, that's definitely a nice initiative that's taking place in our local community. There is a real estate company that started this MHK Corona Challenge. And basically, they were challenging people to purchase gift cards. And one of the businesses here actually purchased $1,000 worth of gift cards for our coffee shop client. And so we did a promotion where if you come, it was like however many people until we run out, they're going to get gift cards. So it was like $10 and $20 gift cards if you come through the drive-through. And it was to really just give awareness that, hey, we do have a drive-through. We are still open. And that really did give a boost in their business. But it was great to see like businesses partnering and coming together, because both businesses got some advertising out there. And then, people like free stuff. So that was nice.
I wanted to ask you where the business and the communications background kind of married or evolved for you.
Mm-hmm. Well, I have a similar background. We share in journalism. I was actually a print reporter before I got into marketing. And so at that time, social media was emerging. And reporters were using it more and more to be able to even just report the news. And I actually found myself on the Nancy Grace show reporting for a week straight on a case because of the findings and things that I was uncovering through social media that my other fellow reporters were not. And so that's kind of when I got introduced to this whole social media was a lot more than a trend. It was changing the way that we communicate. And I caught on to that early on. It was about 12 years ago. And so because of that, that's kind of how I jumped into this. And of course, I started a family. And so wanting to have the flexibility to be able to control my schedule a little bit. Sometimes I think as a business owner, I definitely know I work longer hours than I did when I was working as an employee, but there's still a great reward in entrepreneurship for sure. And my background is journalism. Yeah.
As sorry to interrupt, but
You're fine.
as I'm asking you to do this interview here in prime time and taking you away from your family, so I'm sorry about that.
Oh no, it's okay. I was able to get them all bathed up and eating dinner before I headed out, so we're good.
I can empathize and relate to the restaurants who might, have that word of mouth, old school reputation going on that they've relied on. And this moment right now where they need to rely on social media and they need to rely on e-commerce being a shock. It's a crazy game changer when you really need to learn new tools and styles and best practices on these platforms, and you're not familiar with it, and it's not maybe how you cut your teeth in a way in your business in your business experience.
Yeah, I would say, and I mean, honestly, most businesses are are on social media right now, but it doesn't mean that they're utilizing it, to the best of their, the potential that they could be using it to. And some businesses, they just haven't really figured out, social media. It might seem more of a chore to them. And so during this time, I think that they're really seeing, and we've actually had a referral that came in last week from a business that saw that communicated with one of our clients and was like, hey, you guys are really on top of it. Like, you've been posting on social media and you've got like hundreds of likes and shares and stuff going on. Like, what are you guys doing? And then you've been sending out email updates and just really keeping everybody informed. And what do you guys been doing? And of course he said, well, we actually have been working with a social media agency for the past couple years. And so they already had everything, ready. And so it was actually refreshing to hear that. And I mean, just to be totally honest with you and transparent, I was nervous when this all started happening because I thought, well, sometimes, unfortunately, businesses cut marketing first when they really shouldn't. I mean, marketing can really be the lifeline, of your business. But when you have to make decisions between like payroll and, marketing, sometimes businesses will pull that money out from there. And so I was really nervous, and uncertain about how many of our clients are going to be able to continue with us during this time. And I was reassured a couple weeks ago when I kind of made calls and was really trying to see how can we best help you guys through this? How can we best serve you? And all of our clients were saying, we need you now more than ever. We need your help to communicate. This is a lot going on.
Yeah, I was reminded of your journalism background when you said the first move that you made was to cut off all of the scheduled posts, because I remember working in a newsroom and handling some of the social media. I would not want to schedule even on the weekend that I wouldn't be in the newsroom. I wouldn't want to schedule for, because with my luck, some tragedy would break out and and I would have some goofy post about a puppy dog, popping onto Facebook at that same time. So I can definitely relate to that.
Yeah, totally.
Anything else that you wanted to add that I didn't guide with questions, Sheila? I appreciate all your insight.
Yeah, I will say that just right now is a time that a lot of people are spending a lot more screen time because of just being at home more. And so there's actually a lot of stats that have come out on just how much social media are people consuming right now and where they're spending their time. And so that kind of can inform, business owners and marketers on where to spend their attention. But I do know that Facebook recently put out some information saying that their platform, the usage was up by, I believe, 50%. 37% of their Facebook usage has gone up during this time, and it's been 50% that their messaging platform has gone up. So if you're, running ads, consider on Facebook, consider running your ads in the Messenger platform as well, because people are using Messenger to communicate with people. And so I think just as far as some of the mistakes that I was mentioning, you definitely want to utilize social media during this time to communicate with people. One thing that I forgot to mention about one of the mistakes as well, or just something that's kind of like stuck out to me, is I heard, it's on the radio and it's on TV right now as an ad. And it's a company, which I will not name the company, but they have an ad out right now that says the whole country might be shut down right now, but we're not, and come in and buy da 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 from us. And I'm just like, what? Like, this is not the time to be doing hard sales like that. And so,
definition of tone deaf.
yeah. And I mean, the crazy thing is, it's like they literally, I mean, this was like very planned out. And I mean, it's actually in the car industry. I'll share that. Not many people are trying to buy cars right now. It's not a priority. Things are so uncertain for people when it comes to income and job security right now, that it's just not a great time to be making a car purchase. So anyways, I just think that thinking about your content and how it can be helpful to people during this time is super important.
Well, Sheila, I met you at a Kansas Chamber of Commerce event, a business conference, and I knew that we had sort of complementary businesses in a way, and I hope that after the coronavirus pandemic is behind us, and when we're back up to speed, that maybe we can do this again and share our knowledge together, and hopefully everyone watching this is getting a lot of value from this. I really appreciate all the experience that you've shared today.
Yeah, no, thank you, Matt. I was happy to meet you as well there in Lawrence, and I know that we will connect again soon.
Absolutely. Good luck to you and your family getting through this, and to all your clients and to everyone there in Manhattan. Thank you so much for joining me.
Thanks, Matt. Take care.
And a reminder, if you're watching this and you're a small business owner in Kansas and you want to tell us about your experience or how you're surviving or have advice for other entrepreneurs, please email me at mattydmedia@gmail.com.